How's it going, everyone? Welcome to my first reaction and what I think is the best strategy going into this as a seeker and a hider for the new event hide and seek.
Hola! Want to play hide and seek? Bring 5 of your friends and meet me here.
This is a brand new event that was just released not even 20 minutes before I started recording this. It was available for download. I downloaded it really quick, got in and tried it. This is my first and second attempt at this that you're seeing. First time I was a hider, second time I was a seeker. There seem to be multiple maps. There's probably 4, maybe 5. I would assume the highway is one. Playa Azul is probably another one. The 2 that I got were Guanajuato and Ulaje, and each map has its benefits and downsides, and we'll get into that when we get into it. But I just want to share my thoughts on the brand new event. Obviously, we've been playing this for a long time at this point. Forza Horizon 5. Having a brand new event is interesting, but it also has some high expectations since we've been playing for so long. And I'm also going to be sharing tips and tricks that I got just from my first reaction playing it. They might be obvious, but it might also help you out. So let's get right into it. So to access this event, you just have to install the update. So right when you install the update, as soon as you exit your garage, you're going to see Rami. You saw it at the very beginning of the video. He's going to introduce you to hide and seek and tell you to bring your friends. You don't have to join with friends. You can just join just like any of the other events in the game and be paired with randoms, or you can join with your friends. As a hider, you're only going to have a couple of cars that you can pick. You're not going to be able to put any outlandish colors on them at all. Your goal is to blend in if necessary, or to run away if available. As a seeker, you're going to have multiple different options in cars. I would definitely recommend picking an all-wheel drive vehicle. There's a couple of rear-wheel drive ones in there. Probably not going to be as good at this, just because you could potentially need to go off-road. You're going to need good acceleration, and you're going to need good control of your vehicle. And if you've got all of that with a rear-wheel drive car, by all means, but for the majority of people, you're going to want an all-wheel drive vehicle. I was actually kind of nervous being a hider at my first thing. I kind of wanted to see what it was like to be a seeker first, just so I had an idea of what I was going to be up against. So I went into this completely blind. I actually didn't even watch the live stream that Forza did Friday. I don't know if they previewed this during that live stream. I was at work. But the first thing I noticed when I hopped into this as a hider is that I could see exactly where the seekers were. That is something that probably needs to change. I don't like that aspect at all. I feel like you should not know where the seekers are as a hider, and it would definitely be a lot more interesting. Unfortunately, I felt like this was a lot easier as a hider. Part of that was the map. So I was in Guanajuato, as you see here. I know Guanajuato quite well at this point, and I was able to navigate this quite well. You'll see it when we go to the seeker portion, but not knowing exactly how far away somebody is in Guanajuato and just knowing the general distance, it's not very helpful. So definitely the worst seeker map that I saw out of the 2 would be Guanajuato. But your general strategy as a hider, if you can see exactly where the seeker is to just be as far away from them as you can possibly be. So that's kind of what I did. As soon as I realized I could see exactly where they were, I just stopped trying to blend in with traffic and ran as far away from them as I could. And it worked out pretty well. Now there is an accolade. If you're going for that accolade, you're not going to want to use this strategy. The accolade is to win as a hider without going more than 60 miles an hour. And for that strategy, you might actually have to just get lucky with seekers. But disregarding that single accolade, as long as you're not in a part of the map where you driving very quickly stands out, then running as far away from the seekers as possible is definitely the way to go. You also have to remember, though, the seekers' cars are faster than yours, and they're also a lot more agile and mobile. So staying as far away from them and trying not to get pinned in by them is definitely going to be the strategy, especially in a city like Guanajuato. As soon as the end zone popped up, I ran straight for it. There was a time that I disregarded the line it was telling me to go and tried to take a different route just because I felt like it would be more direct. A little bit of map knowledge would help there. I also tried the chase breaker toward the end. The seekers were way too far away from me for that to affect their cars in any way, but I did not know that. I clicked it just in case it would slow all of them down across the map, and it does not. They have to be close enough to be in detection range for that chase breaker to actually work. What it did do, though, it did ghost me, which was nice. Didn't affect visibility whatsoever for me. Might have made me a little bit harder to see for the seeker, but there was only one seeker there anyways. Probably would have still won anyways, but I did get the badge for winning as a hider without being detected, my very first attempt. So that was nice, keeping in mind that this was probably the Seeker's first attempt at this as well. So for a quick recap on what you should do as a hider, unless they change it to where you can't see where the Seekers are, just stay as far away from the Seekers as you can, especially if you get Guanajuato. See where they're at, see roughly where they're going, and you need to navigate your way away from them and stay as far away from them as you possibly can.
Obvious. They're just traffic, remember?
Hider approaching the platform.
Family comida, my friend. You could teach my cousins how to hide.
Now, the second time I went into this, I was a Seeker. That's actually a good thing, because if I wasn't a Seeker, I would have had to do a third event to get this video out. I got really lucky that I was a hider first and a Seeker second. But for the Seekers, I was pleasantly surprised to see that all you are able to see of the hider is a little blip. And this blip, as you get closer to the hider, will fill more and more of your circle. The closer you get to them, as long as you're still going in the correct direction, the bigger that area will be until you're close enough for it to fill the entire circle. Once you're close enough for it to fill the entire circle, you're going to be able to ping the hider. As soon as you drive close enough to the hider to be able to basically hit them, you're going to start gaining secret detection. And you'll lose secret detection if they get too far away, but as long as they don't get too far away from you, you will not lose secret detection. If they use a chase breaker, it will flash the Seeker's detection, but as long as you don't lose them, you will not lose your secret detection. It will just keep flashing. And the goal is to fill your secret detection all the way up. As soon as it fills all the way up, you win. And to get that secret detection all the way to the max, you have to continue being close enough to them to hit them. Ideally, if you wreck them and just stay next to them, it'll fill up faster. And I believe if all 5 of the Seekers all drive right next to the hider, it will fill very, very fast. And obviously would have to do testing for that, but if everybody on the Seekers team finds the hider, it should fill all the way up very quickly. And that's the general strat. Just figure out where they're at and then wreck them. That's all you gotta do. As I was playing it, I didn't actually notice when he used his chase breaker. I didn't feel like I was much slower, but I wasn't paying super close attention either. Watching the playback of it, I could definitely see a lot of things happen when he uses chase breaker, but it definitely isn't like a get out of jail free card. As a hider, if you click the chase breaker, you're still going to have to make a break for it and make your getaway very, very quickly, or else you're still probably going to lose. For general impressions of the game, I enjoyed it. For a new game, it was interesting. I definitely had a lot of fun on my very first attempt as both the hider and the Seeker. It was fun. Obviously, as more people get to know the gameplay better, they're going to be more strategic about it. And it's going to be a lot of RNG about how good your teammates are as Seekers and how good at hiding the hider is. And we obviously haven't seen the other maps. Let me know down in the comment section down below if you're enjoying the new event. If you have any questions, I'll be happy to attempt to answer them. Just pop it down in the comment section down below as well.
That never stood a chance!
You're a good Seeker, my friend. Have some XP. Hey, what are you doing next weekend? Want to come to a comida? ¿Qué pasa, hide-and-seek champion? Did I hear someone just leveled up? Don't stop now.
I hope you enjoyed the video and I hope it helped you out. Thanks for watching. Y'all have a wonderful day.